Hey, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
Seth from SethMarkwood.com.
Together, along with you, the three of us, we are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club. Welcome back once again. Good morning, boy.
Good morning.
And this is Tobacco Advent 2019, Day 18. And what are we smoking today, boy?
Today, from the Long Island Pipe and Tobacco Society, we're smoking Second Breakfast.
Which I am down with second breakfast.
Yeah. It's actually appropriate. I don't normally eat breakfast, but I had breakfast today, so.
There you go. Let's get right to our question of the day, trying to make up from yesterday. Say you're independently wealthy and don't have to work. What would you do with your time?
Huh. That's a good question.
That's why I asked it.
I think I would find work to do anyway. But I would spend more time with my family. The question, again, lawyering the question, the things my mind jumps straight to is not what I would do with my time, but what would I do with that money, and it's helping people.
Which would take a lot of your time, by the way.
It would. I would spend more time with my family and be more involved with their homeschooling, and but would also use basically just time to do some other type of work, and I don't know what that would look like. I don't know exactly what that would look like. There might be some YouTubing or public speaking or, I don't know, involved. You?
I mean, it is a tough question when you think about, your brain goes real quickly to, I'll just chillax. But that's not what we're made for. So I think like you, I would probably figure out some ways to create valuable time with the family. Get the shops functional for the grandkids, so not just for me, but also so they can also learn and play. Definitely would have the woodworking project done as far as getting videos made.
Right.
But I think really deep down, if I were independently wealthy, what would I want to do? I think that I would enjoy doing something that relates to helping people who are not typically entrepreneurial understand money and entrepreneurism.
Right.
And, helping people that have the want to, but don't have the knowledge of how to do more. I think that would be very rewarding. And whether the money ends up being used as loans or grants or scholarships, or just towards the curriculum and the help to get people up to speed. I think people are capable of so much more than they think they are, and we hold ourselves back so
Right.
much. And I've met so many people. I've met so many Uber drivers that are hardworking people who don't quite understand or know how to make that switch in their lives that would make them successful.
Sure.
We've talked about this before, where you got I'm sorry, I'm distracted by a bug crawling over there on our light, who underestimate the value of what they know and what they do. So like in San Diego, I was talking to a young guy who is in our Navy, and his job is to maintain the, you guys have seen on some of the Navy vessels, it's a device used for the defense of the ship that looks like R2-D2, and it has a Gatling gun built into it, and it tracks up close things that are coming at them, whether it's a plane or a cruise ship or something, and will defend the ship. And that's what he does. And I said, so tell me a little bit more about what all that entails. Well, it's hydraulics, it's mechanics, it's computers, it's electronics, it's so many things. And then we talked a little bit about what he's planning on doing, because he said he was going to get out, that he wasn't going to stay in forever.
Right.
And what do those skills relate to? He also grew up in Wisconsin, in an area where, while he did not grow up on a farm, many of his friends had farms, and he spent a lot of time working with them on their farms. In fact, he even helped to raise and harvest tobacco a couple times. And it's like, dude, you have got a tremendous amount of marketable skills there. You're just going to have to break them down into individual components. So you've got experience with hydraulics and all that entails, and with the mechanisms, the mechanics of those devices. Man, you know, it's true that civilians don't have a lot of Gatling guns.
Right.
But the skills required to maintain and to repair, and I forget the word that he used, but basically they kind of have a name for repairing something enough to get by. So you're in the middle of a war and a part breaks, and that part is 1,000 miles away.
They call it good enough for government work, right?
Yeah. What can you do to protect the ship? And that's the kind of thinking that job requires. Oh my gosh, is that marketable?
Yeah, it's on your feet, critical thinking, and problem solving, and
you know, and
one of the big things we look for is resourcefulness.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of guidance he's getting from the military in preparation for getting out in civilian life. Probably not a lot, but I hope I planted the bug in his ear that he's got a lot to offer, and to think a little bit outside of the scope that's, you know, narrowly defined as his role.
That's funny. I had a very, very similar conversation with a family member of ours over Thanksgiving who is looking forward maybe to college, maybe something else, has experience working in a dining hall at a not a nursing home, but a nursing
retirement
community.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's independent living, so it's basically she's doing waiting and bartending at a environment where you've got potentially very picky and demanding customers who have some level of wealth, and she's like, yeah, I don't have anything marketable. You know, I don't know how I could spin this into a job or anything. I've done nothing. I said, it's all in how you sell the skills and not the tasks that you have done. You know, the skills translate, the tasks might not. So, you know, you may not find a job where you need experience dealing with retired individuals, but you could find any customer service job where you could say, I dealt with some potentially very difficult customers, and this is how I handled those situations.
And these were people that she doesn't get to avoid. She will see them 3 times a day, every day. So you have to get along with people.
That's right. And so, you know, just changing the way you think about what experiences you have. You're absolutely right. People are very quick to undervalue themselves. We've got some friends who have recently gone into independent contract work, and the number one piece of advice is whatever you think you're worth, double it and add 50%, and that's going to be the actual market value of what you bring to the table in many cases, because we just devalue ourselves so much.
It's true. All right, so hey, I hope you enjoy the question. We'd like to see your answer. Answer it down below. Put a link to your video response if you do that as well. Thanks for joining us. What do you think of this tobacco?
It was a delicious second breakfast that's practically gone. So thank you.
I am enjoying it as well. So yes, thank you very much. We will see you guys again tomorrow for day 19.